Hey everybody, it's Melissa. In this video, we're talking about my top 5 favorite fragrances for April 2024. All right, I'll put the discount links and discount codes for these fragrances pinned in the comment section below in case you guys want to check out prices. But of course, please buy wherever and however you feel most comfortable. So in 5th place, we have The One EDT by Dolce & Gabbana. And if you haven't seen my video on this fragrance, if you're debating between the EDP or the EDT and you've never tried either and you're only watching videos, I would recommend going for the EDT. Most people are going to say, oh, go for the EDP. It's supposed to be stronger, blah, blah, blah. I think the EDT is better balanced. I think it's sexier. I think it's more sensual, more wearable, and it does project better on my skin than the EDP does. For some reason, this one lasts a little bit longer than the EDP, but smell-wise, it's just better. It's just better. Excuse me. I think I remember seeing like basil, cardamom, amber in the note breakdown for this, but if I'm wrong about that, you gotta forgive me. It's just one of those fragrances that when you smell it, you automatically kind of fall into it, you know? And that's what I noticed about the fragrances I find to be pretty sexy is that trying to even decipher the notes completely just goes over my head because I'm just so attracted to the way it smells, you know? And that's how most people are when they smell a fragrance on you anyways, is that they're either gonna like it, they're not gonna like it, or they're most of the time they're gonna think it's okay. They're like, oh, that person's wearing a fragrance. But Dolce Gabbana The One EDT is more of an intimate scent. Don't assume you're gonna wear this and you gotta overspray it and it's gonna last forever and the performance is great. Very intimate, moderate type of projection and performance. And that's where I feel like it shines the best if you're gonna have any sort of one-on-one, like if you're going on a date or if, you know, you're having a special night with somebody that you love dearly and you throw on something like The One EDT, it's just gonna make for a great time. Or if you're trying to get professional with it, like if you want to wear it to work, I think it's going to smell really, really good. So the versatility for this fragrance is definitely there. Not a summer scent though, okay? So even though I said it's versatile, you can wear it dressed up or dressed down, but it's not the type of fragrance that you throw on when it's super hot outside, you know? But I wore this month and I was like, yeah, this is just perfect nighttime fragrance, in my opinion. Masculine, of course, and just like it leaves you wanting more, okay? Next fragrance in 4th place is a Versace scent. And this one is Versace Pour Homme. And this is one of the newest fragrances in my collection. And if you're wondering like, well, how is it in the top 5 if there's no dent in it? It's literally because of what I said, okay? It's new. But I, for some reason, cannot... It's a simple fragrance, and I can't not stop wanting to smell it. Plain and simple. It's the type of scent that you can easily blind buy if you are looking for a masculine, fresh, sexy, citrusy fragrance. This one, I believe, on me, smells more like lemon, bergamot, and musk. Now, there is tonka bean. There's also some amber in this fragrance, and there's florals as well. And I think also some cedar, but I don't get any cedar. The florals, yes, they kind of mesh with the fragrance as well, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh yeah, it smells like every single one of these floral notes, guys, because it doesn't. It just is a culmination of very lovable designer DNA, truly. And I got this one for $39. All right, I'll show you the box because people are wondering, they're like, what's a tester box? Because I ordered a tester. I ordered it and I put the option for the tester box instead of just like a regular box, and it's literally the same juice, so I don't think it's a knockoff version of it. The box I really don't care as much about. It's all about the scent for me. So $39 for an 100 ml fragrance for an original designer scent that is just super sexy. Like, this is a great summer fragrance. In fact, it's kind of what is it? For a little bit, it reminded me of Blue Agave by Precious Liquid. And it made me want to wear Blue Agave again. And I will say this because this is my prediction, is that I will be wearing Blue Agave a lot more at the end of this month and next month because summer is right around the corner. And I know I said I haven't been wearing it because I know somebody that's rocking it as their signature, but he's rocking the smaller bottle. So I'm like, I'm not going to let the bigger one collect dust. If I think it's sexy, I've been trying to be respectful with it. You know what I mean? But if I don't live with this person, I could rock that fragrance. So this one's kind of inspired me to throw on some Blue Agave again. But Versace pour Homme, fantastic fragrance. Downside, which I don't even consider a downside, is performance. 3 to 5 hours noticeably. Doesn't mean that it completely falls off your skin after that. But for $39 for a fragrance that literally acts like a typical fresh fragrance, the performance for freshies, 3 to 5, is so normal that I can't even hate on it. It's just the standard, really. So wear this in the summertime. You can go through a bottle of this so fast. If you are just building your collection and you live somewhere where it's warm, this is going to be the type of fragrance that you're just going to keep repurchasing bottles of, because it's so easy to just use it anytime, anywhere, and it's a compliment magnet. This scent will just do it for you. It's very easy for everyone that just wants like, you simply just want a good fragrance and you want a fantastic signature scent that's always gonna hit. You can go with something like Versace pour Homme. Wear it to the gym, wear it to work, wear it on dates, you're chilling. All right, in third place, Santal 33 by Le Labo. And this fragrance, man, gets so much hate and it also gets so much love. And the polarizing aspect to this fragrance is what kind of drew me to it, because I've heard so much about Santal 33. And it wasn't until earlier this month when I tried it and felt about it that, let me just tell you, this I started that sentence off wrong, because that would be a long run-on sentence, okay? But I tried this fragrance and it did smell like pickle juice in the opening for like a few seconds. Quickly died down, all right? So no, this is not a pickly scent on my skin at all. Just off initial spray, right? But it did smell a bit furniture warehousey. That's self-explanatory by the fact that there is sandalwood in this fragrance. It's literally named Santal 33, okay? So smelled very woody. But then in the dry down, there was cardamom that started popping off on my skin. And ever since that moment, when I tried wearing this fragrance again, I just really liked it. I'm like, dang, this scent, I get it. Like, I understand the love for it. So I'm on the side where I enjoy this fragrance, and I know most people that are on the internet are vocal about not liking it, but most people in real life have great reactions to Santal 33. So it's also something that has, like, the projection surprised me. I threw this on literally 2 days ago. I only did 3 sprays of it, and it was pushing over 2 arms lengths away. That shocked me with it, because to me, I was like, okay, this is definitely more of a come closer scent, right? But people were able to smell it with 3 sprays of this fragrance. But I still don't think it was loud, but it definitely had, it pushed more than I expected it to. But truly, like, I get it. I absolutely get it. If you don't like sandalwood, you're probably not going to enjoy this fragrance at all. But the thing I love about this the most is the cardamom. The cardamom is what makes this sexy. It's a note that I've told y'all is just one of my favorites. Now, I'm not saying I like it in every fragrance, but when I can pick up on it, it's a hit. It's an absolute hit. So I got the 1.7 ounce bottle of Santal 33. Is this going to be something that I use nonstop daily? Is it my favorite fragrance in my collection? No, it's not. But I know it's the type of scent that I can wear if I'm going to be around a lot of people and I'm just looking for kind of an inoffensive, clean scent. I could throw on Santal 33 and it's going to be good. Like, if I go to a museum or an art show and I'm wearing this, it's going to hit. It's absolutely going to hit. Or if I'm going to the library, it's going to hit. You know what I mean? In any sort of situation, really, but it's good, except summertime. That I would not recommend, but a pretty good signature scent at that. Okay, in second place, come on. You already know that it was going to be here, Salt and Pepper, Precious Liquid. I do think that Blue Agave will be getting more wears, though, this coming month, because I do love Salt and Pepper, but I'm like, let me spread the love a little bit. Before this fragrance, or I was loving on Salt and Pepper, and then for a while, Aqua Oud was my favorite, and then it came back to this one. But I'm like, I gotta share some of the love, you know? I gotta diversify the portfolio. That's what I'm doing, really. But I'm just talking about with Salt and Pepper, because you guys hear me talk about this one a lot. It's masculine. There's ambroxan. It's peppery, and people online always ask, like, does it smell like Dior Sauvage? I don't think it smells like Dior Sauvage. Any of the girls that have smelled it on me have never said, oh, are you wearing Sauvage? That smells like Sauvage. That's just been an online internet opinion when people look at the fragrance notes, or with guys that have told me that that's their opinion on it. So of course, y'all, you can get a sample of it if you want. You could do whatever before you decide to buy a full-size bottle of it. Make sure you like it, of course. But it's just really sexy. And you know what? What's underrated about Salt and Pepper is the performance of it. I still don't consider it a beast of a fragrance, right? But it kind of is. Like, this thing has really, like, the performance here does not play. I still get over 8 hours with Salt and Pepper. And it's something that when you apply it, let's say if you're wearing a sweater and you leave your sweater at somebody's place and they're smelling it, and the dry down of it is so good. The opening can kind of like throw people for a second, right? Because I actually wore this around somebody this past week, and the opening she wasn't the craziest about, but within the past couple days or so, like, there's been remnants of Salt and Pepper on a little sweater that I left over, and she's just been like, oh my god, like, it smells like you, it smells so good, blah blah blah. So kind of coming around to this scent, but that's what it does. Salt and Pepper, it just hooks you in, leaves them wanting more. It's sexy. We already know this. I've already said this so many times already, all right? And in first place, you could already guess it, Lafayette Street Bond 9. Such a great fragrance, truly. Like, okay, first of all, real quick, if I didn't say it, Dolce Gabbana The One, masculine. Versace Pour Homme, masculine. Salt and Pepper, masculine. Santal 33, unisex. And Lafayette Street, I initially was like, oh yeah, this is more of a masculine fragrance, right? But lately, it's been feeling a bit unisex. The reactions I've been getting, they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't smell like, it's not coming across to other people as masculine as I think it is, right? But people's opinions are their opinions. I still think this skews a little bit more on the masculine side than on the feminine side. But Bond 9 did market this as a unisex fragrance, as they do with basically every single one of their scents. So if you want to try it, go try it. But what can't this fragrance do? It's like, you know how I was describing Versace Pour Homme, that you can use it anytime, anywhere, just a perfect signature scent? That's how I feel about Lafayette by Bond 9. Except for Versace Pour Homme is more of that summertime fragrance, right? You're going to the beach. You are literally, you're surfing, you're swimming, you're living life. You're just feeling good under the sun. Lafayette Street, not much of a summertime fragrance, but any sort of occasion, you're gonna smell fantastic. I guarantee it. If you really want to get dressed up and throw on Lafayette Street, it's gonna get a lot of love. All right, same as just wearing this with a white shirt. You're gonna get a lot of love with this fragrance. This one does garner a lot of positive reactions. It does get a lot of compliments, and the performance is just, it's pretty solid. Like, this one, I do smell over 7 hours on my skin when I apply it. When I apply it on clothes, it lasts even longer than that. But I do know the price point for Bond 9s is high. You know, a lot of people do not want to spend upwards of $460 for a niche fragrance. But I think because Bond 9 has solidified itself as a bougie brand, most people, they want a Bond 9, so they're not really tripping too much about the price. It's kind of like how some people are with Creeds. The name is really starting to carry it. So because of the status that it's established for itself, people are kind of eyeing the fragrances more. You know what I mean? But Bond 9, if it didn't have the name that it had, and people saw the price of $460, most people would still be like tripping about. And by the way, that's retail price. And people still, of course, trip out about the price, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people have constantly, especially within the past few months, been asking me nonstop about Bond 9s. They're like, oh my gosh, what Bond 9 should I get? I really want to splurge on a Bond 9. And this one's my personal favorite from the lineup, my favorite to wear. It just kind of fits me the most out of the ones I've tried and the weather that I live in. So it's the type of fragrance that will get a lot of use in your collection. Even, let's say, if you were to blind buy it, right? If you're like, screw getting a sample, I'm gonna get a bottle of it. You get it, you're not crazy about it. It's gonna be how I feel about Santal 33, where you know that it's still gonna get use in your collection. Especially if you're somebody with a social life, if you're somebody that even is career driven and you're looking for that scent, you're like, okay, you know what? I have a business meeting or I have this going on with some clients. Let me throw on some Lafayette Street and we're going to be good, you know? So it's not just going to sit there collecting dust. You know, you're going to make use of this fragrance is basically what I'm saying. And I just love it. All of these fragrances have been just like this month, they've just been hitting. They've been fantastic. But this has to be number one. It is my number one, I think, for 2 months in a row now, which is honestly that's a pretty good track record for kind of a newbie fragrance in my collection to kind of come up in here and dethrone some of the ones that I'm nonstop talking about. All right, but anyways, y'all, let me know your top 5s in the comment section below. And again, the discount codes for any of these fragrances, discount links, gonna be pinned there as well. And please know, with those codes, with those links, they are affiliate links or affiliate codes. So if you were to make any purchases with those, I do get a slight bit of commission, just being completely transparent with y'all. So again, buy wherever and however you feel the most comfortable to do so. All right, I hope that y'all have a great day. If you do want to check out that stuff, I appreciate the support, but nonetheless, just have a good one. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.